And I want you now. Welcome to an episode of Stay Plugged. Stay Plugged is a platform where I discuss music that I'm feeling, that I'm vibing to, that I'm messing with. So let me get straight into it. First off, I'm going to talk about the flavours of the week. Flavours of the week is, singles, albums, anything that I've just been listening to this week and this week alone. And first off, I got to start with Location. You get me? Location, Dave feat Burna Boy on the album Psychodrama, which was released last week. Burna Boy did his thing with the feature. I can't be mad, lately we've had On The Low, we've had Bonner, we've had Killing Them. I mean, he's been doing his thing. I've liked Burna since Like to Party days, Preemie days, Tonight Day. Yeah, Burna Boy, yes, keep doing your thing, you get me? Another track that I'm feeling, I put this on my Snap this week, Funbi, Serenade. Now Funbi has I believe it's an EP, which is called Serenade. This week I'm feeling the song Serenade. Boy, like, I feel like there's gonna be like a section of my wedding where I might just disappear. Not that it's coming up in the next few years or something, but I shouldn't really say that. But in my wedding I feel like there's gonna be a section where I just disappear for like an hour. Just take my wife somewhere, you get me, and just get one of the boys to, DJ for a bit, just for me and my wife. And Serenade is gonna be one of the songs that is gonna be there, you get me? Like, Serenade, boy, makes me want to look through my contact list and just, anyway. Onto the main segment of this platform. I'm going to be talking about two albums that have been dropped recently. Lil Simz, I believe, dropped the earlier part of the month, and Dave dropped the last week. So I'll talk about Dave's first. Dave released an album called Psychodrama, and on first listen, I wasn't the biggest fan, let me not lie, because I'm in a space right now where sonically, first listen, I needed to hit me straight away, and the only thing that was really hitting me straight away was Location with Burna Boy. Took another listen and another listen and another listen and another listen, and this is a very, 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 very good project. A very, very, very good project. Psychodrama takes on its name from, I believe, the therapy sessions that are going on between Dave and his therapist. Just some reviews from others. The Independent gave it a 5-star, The Guardian gave it a 5-star, NME gave it a 5-star, with the quote, "In exploring himself on Psychodrama, Dave has produced a masterpiece." Complex also gave it a 5-star, so it was big expectations. It wasn't really much promotion that happened because I believe he released the single Black, and he had a video with that. And then he released Streatham, but when he released Black, which was like 2 weeks before the album, I believe, that's when he announced the album with a tour. So it wasn't really much promotion. I listened to it the night it came out. Psycho's the intro, and that's where the therapist is introduced, who sets the tone for the album. The therapist appears on other songs on the album as well. Then there's Streatham. Streatham is a shout out to his hometown, in London, South London, and he talks about the shenanigans that are kind of like going on, that go on a day-to-day basis. He shouts out his bro Rams, who has, I believe he got number 2 last year on the song Barking. And listen, Dave, lyrically, different. And then we got into Black. Black was the song that released, or announced the album, sorry. And Black is just Dave's take on blackness, Dave's take on the culture. And when Dave's in his element like that, need I say anymore? He was just going in. I did see a tweet from, I believe it was Annie Mac, that said there were some complaints, which not surprised about. But Dave and J Hus going back to back. It was interesting to hear J Hus again, you get me, because it's been a minute, since he went to Penn. But you get me, free J Hus. I want him out by summer, you get me. The streets need J Hus, you get me. Screwface Capital, 169 on the beat. I'm a big fan of 169, you get me. I got to see 169 when I went to Dave's show in Islington, and 169 was just dropping a couple beats. You know, I've liked seeing 169 growth over the years. The environment was just Dave describing the state of ends. It was very honest. He was very open about the difficulties in the industry. You know, the stuff that we really don't see, talking about, you know, the scene turning on him, you know, the drama, the shady stuff, the fakeness. It was very open, but yeah, it was a very good record. I really liked that. I was kind of like, you know, building up to Leslie because I could see it was 11 minutes already. But yeah, Leslie was a good record. It's not one that I would listen to again and again and again. Leslie's more like a How I Met Your Ex or How I Met My Ex. And Leslie was him talking about, you know, the battles that women face, you know, during pregnancy. He was talking about domestic abuse. He was talking about the pressure that women face, the insecurities women face in relationships, you know, the betrayal of a friend. You know, it was a very, very honest and it was a very, very good record by Dave. You know, it's not surprising because we've heard Dave do stuff like that before, you get me? We've heard him talk about serious subject matter before. So it was a very, very good record. Not one that I would listen to again and again and again. I can know words, but at the same time, you know, we still appreciate the record. Voices, I was kind of surprised. This one was the one that was like, ooh, okay, but I really like the record. Kind of talks about the state that depression could put you in. Verse 3 was very, very good. You know, it came in on a more positive note. You know, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, Voices, another very good song. And then Drama, good to hear Dave's brother talking about the love of brotherhood. The voice note saying that, you know, his brother was proud of Dave, and then Dave, you know, going in, talking about the love that he has for his brother, you know, the kind of stuff that they went through growing up. And then, yeah, it was almost like Christopher with the Bible passage at the end, you know, kind of like saying, yeah, go on, you've got this, you get me? Kind of like passing the torch to him with the reference of 1 Samuel with David and Jesse in the Bible. But yeah, great record overall. As I said, I wasn't feeling it at the start, but you know, as I got more and more into it, very, very good record overall. For me, this is I would give it a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5. Solid debut album from Dave. I'm excited to see what Dave has for us in the future. On to Quick Snips. Quick Snips is going to be a little segment where, you know, I just react to videos, music videos that have been released lately. So yeah, let's get into it. This week we have Odunsi feat. Raye, and the song is called Tipsy. I haven't watched this video yet. I've been intrigued by what I've seen on the TL, but yeah, let's get into it. Odunsi the Engine released Rare last year, one of my favourite projects of last year. And Raye, she's had success with Ram, she's had success with Kojo Farms, and she's been doing that thing, you get me? So I'm intrigued to see what they got for us. I sure it's fine, bro. It feels really nice. That is so hard. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. This is good. I like this. I do like this. I didn't expect it. It looked like the oddest matchup, but it's not at the same time. I just didn't see it coming. But this is a very good record. It kind of suit, you know. Whoever the stylist is in this, yo, hit me up, man. Yeah, back to back. Let's go back to back. Tipsy playlist, adding that. Now the second album, let's get into it. Lil Simz, Grey Area, released earlier in March. But yeah, Grey Area, I believe this is her, I think this is her third album. She's at age 25 right now. So yeah, I don't know why or when of the space that I was in when I listened to it, or something just triggered me and I was like, yo, I need to listen to this album. So yeah, just a couple of reviews for you. Enemy gave it a 5-star, The Independent gave it a 5-star, The Guardian gave it a 4-star, and Pitchfork gave it 8.1. I believe that's out of 10, yeah. She did an interview with Noisy lately, and talking about, you know, where she's at right now. She said she had to reassess a lot of stuff. She said this album was kind of a way for her to heal from all the stuff that she went through. She kind of just wrote the album from a place of confusion. So yeah, the album's called Grey Area. It makes sense. You know, the title, seeing what she had to say in that interview with Noisy. I don't know what I was expecting. I had seen an earlier clip, I think it was in February, of her shelling down. I've been a little Simz fan. Stillness in Wonderland was a very good album. But yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but listening to the album, I was overwhelmed, you get me? Very, very, very good album. It started off with a Fend. Beat starts off powerful and demands aggression. And you know, she's talking about, you know, kind of like not caring. She's saying a lot of stuff with her chest in that record. But yeah, very good record. Boss, I believe that was the second single that she released to announce the album. It was used on HBO's Insecure. Verse 2 on that track is my favourite verse on that. She was discussing parts of her adolescence, how she grabbed the pen and never looked back. The chorus is very catchy, but she asserted her boss status in music right now with that. Yeah, very good record. And then it got to Selfish featuring Cleo Soul. Cleo Soul is a favourite of mine. Getting into the record, she was just going on about, you know, she's being selfish with her time and energy. She's a #1 priority right now. You know, and people kind of want to know because of the accolades she's getting, but now she's got to take extra care of herself. And she doesn't need everybody to acknowledge her because, you know, Simz, she kind of gets the plaudits, but at the same time she doesn't get the plaudits. It's like everybody knows that, you know, Simz is cold, but at the same time it's like, why are we not talking about Simz more and more and more and more? So yeah, she kind of like went into that a little bit on Selfish, but she knows who she is, you get me, and it doesn't really affect her as much. And then we got to Wounds. Wounds is my favourite track on the album. Simz was just, you know, showing off her barring prowess. There's a lyric on there that goes, and feel like no one cares about you, I do. Feel like no one loves you, I do. Kind of goes into a narrative where you're thinking, who's the gunman? And then you realise that there was betrayal from his best friend. You know, the boy doesn't make it back to the end because his friend is the one that, you know, betrays him. It was a very, very good record, something that I've been listening to over and over and over again. I believe she did Venom on Colours, but yeah, Venom was amazing. She's showing off her flows. Her flows now is incredible, you get me? Braggadocious again, but also very analytical of, you know, her life and life around. Then 101 FM, another one of my favourites on the album, talking about childhood. It took me down memory lane, you get me? Talking about at 16 how she was coming home late, fresh from spinning man on radio sets, you get me, from Bumping Train, just shouting out OG's, another very, very, very cold track. She had her Nigerian accent in there, the Nigerian accent of her mother. Yeah, it was cold. Precious, another favourite track of mine, talking about the pressures of life, very open and honest, just talking about the pressures of being a young black girl, the violence around us. She's like willing to take on the pressure. She was chosen, she's been repairing. She's also taking shots, an ex, I think it was an ex, and she was glad about that not being her child's father or someone, but yeah, it was very, very good. She was having conversations about God, realizing there's a, you know, a bigger purpose about her life and everything. So yeah, man, another very, very good record. There's 3 other records on there. There's Therapy, there's Sherbet Sunset, and there's Flowers. All very, very, very good tracks. Sherbet Sunset, another one of my favorites. But yeah, Simz with this album. I think this is my favorite album of the year. We've had Raye, we've had AJ Tracy, we've had Dave, we've had Gigs. I'm gonna say Simz with Grey Area. This is my favorite album of the year. This is the one I've been bumping the most, this album here. You know, I think it's gonna take a lot to beat it this year. I'm gonna say that. You know, it's very early on, but I feel like this is a very, very, very solid project. And if you haven't listened to it yet, please go and listen to this, because this is very, very good. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Simz has for us in the future. She's only 25, I believe. And yeah, man, I really wish you can, you know, get her applauded, because she is very, very, very cold. And time for W of the Week. W of the Week is the final section. And you know, this week it's got to go to the one and only Dave, #1. Congratulations on getting the #1 album in the country for this type of music, this scene's music. I believe that's the second #1 after Stormzy. Congratulations, Dave, 20 years old, #1 on your first major album. I'm excited to see like what's coming, what's next. You know, it's exciting times right now. You know, a lot of people are charting right now. Gigs is charted in the past, Skepta's charted, Krypton Conan's charted, you know, all with projects or albums. DJ Huss is charted. Yeah, so a lot of people charting, and Dave got #1 just shows, you know, the current climate things are going in. So yeah, Dave, congratulations. W of the week. You know, it's good to see another person doing it after Stormzy. And by the way, did anybody see that Flips tweet saying a storm is coming? I don't know, but yeah, man. And that is all for Stay Plugged this week. See you next episode.